two, one. Okay.
It says live already. Good night, everyone. And thanks for tuning in to Peaches and Dream on this wonderful Black Friday.
Oh yeah, did you buy anything for Black Friday?
Just some TLC stuff, you know. They had a lot of buy one get one free and a lot of buy one get one half off. So yeah, that was all. Oh
Um,
yeah, and I did buy some. What did I buy? Oh, some crystals from Soulful Vibes, like some Amethyst. I got Amethyst, and clear quartz. You know what I'm talking about, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, crystals. Now I got a sister named Crystal, and it's spelled crystal like the crystal for a reason. But yeah, I like crystals. It's Crystal. You can hear them. They downstairs having a whole party that I'm missing out on, supposedly. At least that's what it sound like.
No, I don't hear nobody.
Oh, well, good. I'm trying to share the
Um,
post, so as you guys start to tune in, hit like and share. That would be greatly appreciated.
I'm trying to get to my post on my iPad, but it's
And I'm
loading
trying to
really
get to a
slow.
post.
It's
Yeah,
loading
this is the
really
time to hit the
slow.
share button. Here we go.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, you gotta go make sure you keep the YouTube active because we got another subscriber. So make sure you guys click the link for the YouTube. At least when I'm sharing, I'm posting the link for the YouTube.
Oh, shite.
Yeah, because we got another subscriber. I went to go check it today because I was wondering, but I noticed you haven't uploaded the more recent ones.
No, I haven't downloaded on my phone.
Um,
Wait, do you know the person that subscribed or?
nope.
is-
The thing is, I
Oh,
don't know nobody that subscribed. Like nobody ever said to me, "Oh, hey, I subscribed." We just got those subscribers from I don't know where. I don't know. You know anybody
because
that subscribed?
I be sharing our shit on Craigslist. Be like, hey, you want to watch a podcast?
But do anyone ever hit you up and be like, "Hey, I subscribed"? Because nobody ever says anything to me.
Mm-mm.
But the fact is that we getting the subscribers. That's all that matters. As long as they grow slowly but surely, as long as we get up there eventually. Okay, I did my part by hitting the share button. So make sure you participate if possible,
I don't know why
which
my
everyone is
iPad.
possible.
I don't know why my iPad is not loading.
What you was gonna do? Pull up the information on your iPad?
Yeah, I was gonna make it public.
Um, oh, because you didn't do that part. Of course.
Mm-mm. I have to wait till we go live and then make it public.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, trying to think about this. You're on your phone right now through the live stream or the streamer.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you can go to your Facebook app, go to your Facebook app and then go edit the post real quick. It's gonna let you do it. If you were sharing your video, then your video would stop, but you're not sharing your video.
Bro, some nigga escaped jail in Chester County. So hopefully he's not coming this way.
I mean, what was he in jail for? Let me know how
No,
concerned I should be.
he escaped prison. Excuse me.
But what was he in jail for, murder or something? Now, homie got
Hmm.
locked up for selling drugs. I'm not worried. Now, he was a serial killer. I'm gonna put my alarm system on tonight.
You do look crazy. Yeah,
That's I'm like, what are the charges? Because people be acting like, okay, like people get more time in jail for selling drugs than the amount of time people be getting for bodies. Like this shit is crazy to me.
It's still loading.
But this is
No,
America.
I'm gonna restart my shit because I don't have time for this.
um, we need, well, shit, we can't even play music because it's copyrights. Oh, you have your wine tonight, or you have your drink tonight?
I have rum,
Ooh, you got
girl.
rum.
I went to the ABC store the day before Thanksgiving and I bought some rum. So I was like, what can I sip on? What can I sip on for the holiday? Thanks, Chevelle. Somebody else shared it.
Thank you.
And the guy that works at the store, he was like,
No, I'm
he showed
sorry.
me this, he showed
You was
me this
telling me about your
Dominican
rum.
rum. He showed me this Dominican rum. That was
Dominicano. Ay, papi.
those 40% alcohol. And I was like, okay, I'll get it.
Mm. So you lit.
No, not really. Cause I worked from 12 to 8, and then I went to my job from 8:30 to 12:30. Cause I was supposed to work from 9 to 1. Then I drove back to Charlotte because my other job was in Monroe. I drove back to Charlotte, cooked the rest of the
Oh,
food.
oh,
I've
hell
literally been
no.
on my feet all day, like all day.
I'm
So
exhausted just hearing all of that. Like you did all of that in one day? Shit.
yeah, you saw that food that I cooked.
Yeah.
So when I finished cooking and you saw the video I had called for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I made me some rum and coke, and I took two melatonins. Was it melatonins?
Melatonin.
Melatonins.
You know the y'all. I love me some melatonin. I mean, I haven't taken it for a while because I don't need it anymore. But at one point in my life, you know the Virgo mind. You know how the Virgo mind be up at 2 a.m. Thinking about the
Mm-hmm.
weirdest shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a bad Virgo mind at one point in my life, and melatonin used to come true and save the day. But it's
Mm-hmm.
interesting because I be thinking about that now. I be trying to watch a YouTube video and I be falling asleep. I'm like, yo, I'm getting old or something. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
even need no melatonin no more. I sleep so peacefully. I sleep so good now. I'm happy just thinking about it because I know how miserable you be when you're trying to sleep and you can't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, you don't even know. TLC has this product that I started taking that it's called Slim PM. It's supposed to help you lose weight and it helps you sleep. I used to take that with the melatonin, and all of a sudden I don't need none of that. I just sleep good on my own. But yeah, melatonin. Why are you so quiet?
Ooh, I need to wipe my hands.
Oh, you sound like you far.
I'm gonna wipe my hands. I was eating my turkey wings with my hands, girl.
Man, it's crazy because I'm so hungry, but a part of me been avoiding meat, you know?
Nope.
Nah, I ate some chicken yesterday, but it's like even like when I went downstairs and I was hungry and I grabbed a piece of cheesecake and I'm like, Poppy, it's like you just take a piece of cake and you like, when you get chicken, you gotta warm it up and you gotta this, you gotta that. I don't be having time. So I just went to whatever was easiest that I like. And I made the cheesecake, so you know it's lit, right? You like cheesecake? Because some people don't.
I like chocolate cheesecake.
So you don't like regular cheesecake.
It's so regular.
I like
It's just
strawberry
there.
cheesecake. That's the thing. I really like strawberry cheesecake. Like I wish I had or some. I wish I had some toppings for it, like the cherry filling or the. I don't, the thing is weird because I like strawberry cheesecake, but I don't like strawberries. I like the drizzle. Oh, I got some drizzle. You know what? I'm
I
gonna
like
have
the
another piece
strawberry.
later.
I like the strawberry cheesecake, but it's like an added sweetness. So it might be
Yeah.
a little bit too much for me. But with chocolate cheesecake, it's like a sexy sweetness. It's real smooth and it goes down real
You
easy.
gonna say
So
a
yeah.
sexy sweet? It's smooth when it goes down real easily. Like you making
Yeah.
love to it right now. You sound like me when I hear pizza, because pizza's like my favorite food. I be so in love. Yeah, when I was pregnant with my oldest daughter, I had pizza every single day of my pregnancy. Not every single day, but starting at like 4 months pregnant, every single day. It was horrible. Even when my water
Oh,
broke, I stopped. When my water broke, I stopped and got pizza. Like that's how crazy it was. It was worth it though. That shit was lit. And plus, you hear all those stories about when you go into labor, like you not they don't let you eat. So I was like, I'm gonna eat now because once I get in the hospital, it's a wrap, you know. So we stopped and got pizza on my first pregnancy.
wow.
Yes, yeah, but you ready to get into the topics for tonight?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get into it.
I be telling all my business.
I'm finally back up and running
Okay.
and covered.
All right, so guys, tonight we are going to be touching base on the recent death of Bobby Brown Jr. So, my condolences to the family on that. And then also, we're going to be talking about Meg the Stallion and her beef with her ex best friend Kelsey and their diss tracks with their shots fired at each
Mm-hmm.
other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be covering tonight, guys. Make sure y'all share y'all point of view. I wanted to go look this up real quick. They loud. All right, go ahead. You want to get started? You got any articles?
Yes, Kelsey. Because Kelsey Nicole responds to Meg the Stallion shot fired with bussin' back diss track. Okay. So I sent you the link. I know you listened to it because you told me you listened to it.
Of course, I listened to that diss track. I definitely did. And
No, was it a bop or a flop?
nah, for real, it was a bop. And I even actually, because when I'm on
Hmm.
YouTube, I play stuff in like 1.25 to 1.50 speed. When I actually sped it up, it sound better. Well, when I heard it was sped up, so I liked it. But then I put it at normal speed, and I'm like, nah, it go harder when it's sped up. Like
Yeah, because I was
Kelsey's
like,
track.
okay, okay. I was like, hit the beat, catch the beat, catch the beat. So yeah, that is a really good idea to do because it was nothing wrong with it. Like, she's not a rapper, you can tell, but she was really feeling it. She had to get that shit off her chest.
But
So
that
I
was
was
still
like,
decent quality work. Somebody that's not a rapper. She put them like pun intended lines together. I think is that what it said? I mean, is that the saying? Maybe like no pun intended. Pun intended. Is that the?
yeah.
It's a shame we're here today. Truth be told, it's because of you. Couldn't control your little feelings. Look what dick is costing you. It was all good, yeah. About a week ago, shout out Bobby's murder, but this bitch is really cheap. If I was the one with the gun, you would have heard about her murder. Said her back was turned, but that girl knows really hurt her. Never been a jealous screen, and the people really know it. If you would have kept it silent, then I would have been told it. See, I really thought I knew you. Thought that you would keep it G. If you wanna talk gangster, bitch, I'm really from the street. Imagine lying to the DA saying I took some hush money. Put a muzzle on your friends, y'all acting like some crash dummies. Got my chain finished? Damn, here you go, lying. Yeah, hey, listen, like you doing too much time. Where I get this money from? Bet you knew I was a hustler. Way she flip it 10 on 1, shoulda knew I couldn't trust. Protect black women, huh? But you send it back to me. Damn, I thought that you were silent, not the truth. Damn, I ain't wanna have to do this, but you steady shooting shots. Dead said if I smoke, that'll sex take a drop. Was never supposed to be against each other. That's what y'all made it. I'ma still live it up. Yeah, I know y'all really hate sucking dick behind my back. Who really on their knees? You an overachiever. All you do is succeed. Claiming you a pimp, huh? But you slipping on your Mac and are you lying to your label? Do they really know what happened? Shut your. Cause you know it wasn't me. I was 10 toes down whenever you had beef. It's a goddamn shame. All you had to do is say your best friend name. All you had to do is keep it real estate the same. But you switched up on me for the money and the fame. Who shot I thought a bitch from Barry County said so. You an H-Town hottie though, huh? Fuck out of here.
So that was
Wow.
Kelsey's diss track, right?
Wow.
But here's the thing, a lot of people have to understand that that was a retaliation to Meg Thee Stallion's diss track towards her
Shots fired. Now we can't play shots fired because
of
Meg is,
copyrights and stuff.
yeah, Meg is on an actual label. This was just, uploaded onto.
Yeah, but I want people to know that she didn't just come out the blue and make that song. Meg Thee Stallion, I think she dropped this song, I want to say on the 25th, right, Kelsey? But Meg Thee Stallion dropped hers like the 18th or the 19th of November or the
Yeah,
20th.
the
So,
day her album came out.
oh, I didn't know how, I didn't actually, you see me, I didn't even know she actually had an album, but I do know
Yeah,
that.
Meg has a whole album out. It's called Good News, and I downloaded it. And she has a couple of bops on there, but like you don't really hear anything about the album. All you hear is like the controversial news behind her, and oh, she has an album out also. So what I feel like happened was after Tori and Kelsey they spoke out, she went back real quick and did the Shots Fired record.
I'm reading this. She got a album called Good News. I gotta go check that out because I didn't even know
And the
that, but I
title, the
see it.
title, the title isn't really catching me. I'm like, okay, good news. All right.
It's crazy because something that I came across recently, they said the good news about God, and I'm like, I wonder, like, why should like, what's the good news? Like, that's what I'm curious about. Good news. I want to hear the song. Like, does she have a song on the album called Good News?
Hold on, because I downloaded it.
I'm about to go see. She don't.
It's one track on there that I.
It's crazy because Shots Fired is the first track on that album.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
She was firing shots for real. Like she wasn't playing no game. She made it number one.
Circles, Crybaby, Sugar, Freaky. It's another one that I be listening to. Work that, yeah, work that, and no, work that, because somebody said that Freaky Girls featuring SZA has a Dina Howard sample. I'll be a freak until the
Oh
dawn.
yes.
And
Well,
make
I
it
didn't
cool,
hear
cool.
it,
Okay.
but
I
I did
didn't
see
hear
that.
it.
That's number 7.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. But work that. I like work that.
Mm. But it's weird. Like in my head, that was automatically a Christian reference. I was like, let me see what type of album this is. And then I seen things like the first one of the first things I saw was Freaky Girls. I was like, nah, ain't nothing
Okay,
holy about this.
I got a little snippet. I got a little snippet of it. So this is shots fired.
Why you wanna do the bad bitch wrong?
We don't own the rights to this music. We don't own the rights to this music.
And we do not own the rights to that song or the music that you
And
might hear coming up going down the line if we play anything
y'all
else.
already know what body sound like. That shit been playing all over fucking Instagram. I'm so sick of it. Seeing that
It's
damn body
crazy
challenge and
because
shit.
I didn't know that that was a new song. To me, it just sounded like a song that just, like how a song come back up as trending out of nowhere. Like I didn't know it was a new song from her new album. So I'm gonna go check the album out.
But
You guys
here's
should
the one.
too if you haven't already. Huh?
Here's the one that I'm fucking with.
What happened? Oh my God. Hold on. She's gonna get back in, guys. Hopefully she's gonna be back in. But she just disappeared. Like, wow.
My bad.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I pressed the back button. You know how I be doing. But yeah, it's the one that I really fuck with.
that, twerk that, serve that, ride it like a rodeo. He like it when I lick that, sit down, look that. When I ride him like a rodeo, I got my tongue all like, look it out like, he looking like a snack. I'm trying to lick him like, I got my tongue all like, look it out like, he looking like a snack. I'm trying to lick him like, I told him, brrr, stick it, why stick it? Why you touch it
Hey,
if I like it when you know that you don't hear me? All them big mouth boys never real.
get a brrr, stick it, stick it. I was like, okay, bitch, okay, okay, Meg, you went
Oh,
off
my
on.
mic is muted. Honestly, I am so not a fan of hip hop. I'm not a fan of hip hop, but that song was hard. Like she, nice. That song was nice. What's the name of that one?
Work that.
Work that.
So it was
Work that.
supposed to
Okay.
be like work that, sir. So, she did the whole juvenile work that, sir that. She on the pole like a rodeo. You know that rodeo song from Juvenile, Cashman. Never mind. Fuck it.
Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. No, I mean I might know it if I hear it.
Rodeo slow. But anyway, that's what she sampled the song from. And the song is only two minutes and 14 seconds long, but back to the shots fired. Um let me see what lines were directed for Kelsey and Tori. Shots fired. Hello?
Yeah, yeah. I thought
I
you
was
was
about to
gonna
say
be
you still
pulling
there.
something up. Nah, I'm still here. I thought you was pulling something up, and then my people over here making a whole bunch of noise. Do I need a. No, but you
Yeah,
did you find it yet?
I did hear them in the back.
Yeah, they loud tonight. It's the holidays.
Well, soon as Monday come around, that motherfucking rent gonna be due. Ugh, I hate that
I
shit.
hear you. It'd be like, what?
Clapback song with shots fired. You shot a 5'10" bitch with a 22, talking about bones and tendons like them bullets wasn't pellets. A pussy nigga with a pussy gun in his feelings. Well,
Oh yeah, that's something I wanted to say about that song was she addressed the fans. Okay, she addressed Meg The Stallion, of course. It was obvious. I mean, wait, pause. I'm sorry. Meg The Stallion addressed Kelsey. That's the Meg The Stallion diss, right?
yeah, the Make the Stallion did samples Notorious B.I.G.'s Who Shot You.
Okay, but hold on, because we talked about Kelsey's. But one of the things I wanted to say about Kelsey when she was dissing Meg The Stallion, she was also dissing the fans too,
Yeah, because
or
they
the
really went in
people.
on her.
Yeah, but what I didn't appreciate about her is as much as she came out with this diss track to defend her name, and and diss Meg The Stallion, What I don't understand is why didn't she clearly say Tori was the one who shot you? She's like, you know who shot you. Like, why they keep throwing that in the air like that?
Because that's part of the case. They can't talk
Oh
about the case
yeah,
until
that
they
you right,
go.
you right, you right. Good, good Virgo thinking. Good Virgo thinking there. You're
They
right,
can't.
you're right.
Yeah.
They can't talk about what really happened, even if they know what happened because it's under investigation. Makes sense. Makes
But
perfect
all
sense.
that shit. Watch, as soon as she goes to 20 hit, all that shit gonna be out in the open. Soon as they go to court for everything, because court records are public.
Yep.
So I cannot wait till I find out minute by minute what the fuck happens, because that testimony, everybody gonna be called. Kelsey gonna be called. Their bodyguard gonna be called. All that shit. So do you feel like Meg kind of contradicts herself when she talks about, oh, we need to uplift black women, we need to protect black women, blah 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 blah, and she goes at another black woman?
Yeah, honestly, I really, really do feel like that's very contradictory. And here's the thing. I get that they have beef or whatever, and what I appreciate about Kelsey, I'm saying the girl name right because you know I be messing up everybody's name, but it's Kelsey, right?
Yes.
Okay. The thing about Kelsey, what I appreciate is that because before she went public with it, because you know how long ago this happened, right? Before she went
Yeah.
public with it, she said she tried to reach out to Meg Thee Stallion and work out whatever issues and differences they had in private, but
Oh
Meg
yeah,
was
she did
ignoring
go
her.
on live. She did go on live. She went on live before she released the diss track.
She did go on live, but the live was recent, wasn't it? She went on live as a response to the fact that Meg Thee Stallion released that diss track. So what I got, the live was recent, right?
It was this week, just
Because
like
what
the
I
diss track
got
was this week.
was me and you cool, right? Right? So
Yeah.
we fall out after this big situation. We're not really talking about what happened. You go, you drop a song against me, and I pick up my phone and I'm trying to call you and I'm trying to talk to you woman to woman. Let's figure this out. You ignoring me. But you go in public with all your bullshit. So she went live to address the fact that Meg Thee Stallion dropped the track. It wasn't like she was going live ever since the shooting trying to be messy. She wasn't being messy at all. So I understand her need for wanting to clear her name, but also I don't appreciate the fact that they really out there talking about some sucking dick this and sucking dick that. Like y'all making us look crazy. The fuck are y'all doing? We black women. Why y'all acting like that? Y'all can't sit down and talk to each other respectfully and peacefully. And it's like in this situation, it's clearly narcissism and gaslighting because it's like if you, I think Meg Thee Stallion is moving funny. Like, why would you not have sat down and spoke about your friend? And even if me and my friend fell out, I'm not gonna go diss my friend. Even if my friend is sitting there talking shit about me, I'm not gonna be talking to other people about my friend. If I ever talk to somebody about somebody, is gonna be me talking to them about them. You understand? So Meg
Yeah.
Thee Stallion should have approached her friend and they should have dealt with that. It should have never been no song about her sucking dick. Like that shit is embarrassing. Like why? I don't respect that.
Well, when you say Meg Thee Stallion is moving funny, I feel like she doesn't really have anybody around her that she can trust. Like, we don't know her
She has
home
no
team.
guidance. That's the thing. She clearly has no guidance and she's not woke because if you got somebody, I mean, if the girl was hitting her up, if Kelsey was hitting her up being rude and disrespectful and Megan was pulling back her energy because she didn't want to be, be arguing with nobody, I understand. But if she hit her up respectfully saying, hey, like the way how she explained it, as if she hit her up respectfully to say, hey, can we talk about this? And she was ignored. Like, how would you feel? Like, why would you do that to somebody? Like, especially somebody that was supposed to be your best friend. They deserve an explanation.
Well, we don't know her whole friends list. Like, we don't know everybody in her personal life or whatever. After Kelsey dropped the diss record, she posted on her Instagram. Megan posted on her Instagram, chilling with the besties or whatever. So I'm like, oh, she got a whole new crew with her. But anyway, I feel like, not to say I don't know these people, I don't know their character. So I feel like she has people around her that she might feel like she can't really trust 100%. So if some more bullshit did go down, it would probably be the same thing. I understand her not having any guidance, but her as a young 25-year-old woman, I don't know if she has to, well, I'm not going to say she doesn't have the capacity, but it hasn't hit her yet that she has to evaluate everybody that's around her. She has to evaluate what the people around her bring to her and her brand. She has to evaluate how the people around her make her feel, how they run in their own lives, because it's easy to have a clout chaser around you when you're recording artist and you're very popular and all that shit. So, I think she's smart to an extent, but I really do worry about, her mental well-being when it comes to people she calls friends and how they're going to treat her after, this particular incident. Hmm. So yeah, that was my 2 cents because, I don't understand, we don't know the full story, but for her to be friends with Kelsey all these years and then after one night, everything just stops. So that's why I was saying I can't wait to figure out, find out what happened for everything to
Honestly,
go down because
I don't think we
now,
ever gonna figure out what happened, especially if alcohol was involved, because most people drink and they can't remember exactly what happened, and you know how long ago it's been. It's never gonna be a clear story of how that happened if they was really intoxicated. Now, if I was in the car, I would have remembered everything because I could drink liquor and remember it all.
mm, well, now we're getting little subtle hints that Megan might have been fucking around with Tori when Tori was fucking around with Kelsey
Oh,
first.
yes, that part. They basically said that Kelsey was the one who used to be always up on the Tory Lanez post, commenting and following him and this and that. Then Meg the Stallion popped up, and then what ended up happening was that Kelsey was supposed to be the one dealing with Tory Lanez primarily, but then Meg the Stallion was supposed to be secondary, but she had main chick feelings, so she got jealous because he there flirting with fucking Kylie Jenner. It's Kylie, right? One of them Jenner girls.
Yeah,
One of the
Kylie.
Jenner them. Like it's this guy who got a song. He was like, he basically was saying like he's so rich he feel like he need to be hanging out with one of the Jenners. And he's like Kylie. He's like trying to be specific about which Jenner. Kylie Jenner. Yeah,
But
what a
yeah, so yeah, well, Kelsey did mention because I was wondering, like, damn, one guy just comes in, stirs up a big ass tornado. Now all these bitches aren't even friends anymore. But that's what Kelsey said. One dick, almost
But it's
ruined your life.
crazy because she, if it's a situation where it seems like Kelsey wasn't even mad because she knew that she had her thing going on, and then when Meg Thee Stallion started fucking with Tory Lanez, it wasn't no big old scene where nobody ended up getting shot in the foot. But then all of a sudden, Meg Thee Stallion comes in the picture. She sees Tory Lanez going after somebody else. She gets in her feelings over it, and that's what pretty much caused the drama that night. That's the only consistent story. And plus, Tory Lanez put it in his song too, saying he got excited. He's just one of, I don't know what type of party he thought that was, but I guess he's just one of those people who feel like they all roll like that. Because how you want to try to fuck all three of them?
Mm-mm.
That's crazy.
Well, he couldn't have thought that wouldn't have ended well, but I don't know where the whole gun comes into play. Like I said, once the court proceedings start, we'll be able
It
to.
comes into play when you got people that's ignorant, unhealed, and then toxic, and then got money, I guess.
Of course, of course, of course. So, as far as the diss track, it was a bop. Sorry, Meg, it was a bop.
Yep. She
Because
did a good job, and then like I said, she was just speaking her truth, and that was the only way she was gonna get it through to where it was really gonna get the attention that she needed to clear her name. So I ain't mad at homegirl at all.
she was being real petty when she kept the Who Shot Ya, going off in the background, and Meg's song sampled Who Shot Ya in her diss song and Shots Fired.
I mean, at the end of the day, it was supposed to be. This is really a situation where it was shots fired. Like, if you could take a gun and shoot somebody and they not die, like that's basically what they did. They was literally aiming for each other and they was hitting below the belt. So, hey,
Mm.
now we heard both of them. We heard Tori, Meg the Stallion, the best friend. Who else was in the car with them? Because we need another track.
The bodyguard.
Oh, where his song at? Since everybody want to put it in a song, I mean that's the only way we're gonna listen for real, right? Shit.
Hmm.
Or go live and we're gonna be tuning in because lives do, especially go if you go live on Instagram, that should go down in 24 hours. So we screen recording the whole shit. People be ready. I be so proud of the bloggers because they really have to sit there. You have to catch all of that in real time because after
Yes.
24 hours, if you ain't catch it in the first 24 hours, you just straight out of luck.
Well, let's go ahead and move along. Okay. I was really curious about well, we're talking about Bobby Brown Jr. now. And I was really curious because it's been over a week and we still haven't seen a funeral.
I'm, what's crazy? The way how you say that, it's people in Jamaica that I know they're like this guy, for example, he died in December. They did his funeral like in February. But that's regular for
Ew,
them. I don't
gross.
understand, but here's the thing though. In Jamaica, when they do their funerals, their body, as long as the body, like as long as their face wasn't tampered with, or their face is presentable, they always put them in a casket, this nice pretty casket, and then everybody is the top part of the casket is glass, like it stays closed, it never opens, because I guess you wouldn't want that to be open, but you
Of
at least get to
course.
see the body and their funerals be looking way better than American funerals, and it's interesting the way how they do it because, like I said, their casket, the face part is glass, so you get to see their face, you know.
You
But
know what? I know this is off topic and kind of not really. You don't listen to gospel, do you?
no, not really.
Okay. There's an old school gospel artist named Rance Allen.
Okay.
He was on something about the name Jesus. On Kirk Franklin's first album, something about the name Jesus. It is the sweetest name. Kirk Franklin. Never mind. Never mind.
You know me. I don't even know how you store so much memory songs in your head.
Girl, come on now. But he was on that song on Kirk Franklin's album, and I had no idea up until, after, and then I started because after I got into old school gospel when I was little, that he had a career like all the way back in the 70s and the 80s, and of course, he was a pastor in Memphis, Tennessee. So he had just passed away. I actually posted about him on my Instagram. Now I know I can play this. I know I can play this.
Okay.
This is him singing right here. Anyway, that's the notes that he used to reach. But he
Okay.
literally just passed away on Halloween. Damn. He
Mm,
died on Halloween, and they had his funeral a week ago. Maybe like a week and a half ago, and he had a nice, beautiful funeral. Of course,
mm,
they had, the type of funeral that he had because, of who he was, in the black
yeah.
community. But they had it at his church in Memphis. And it's a 3 hour, 3.5 hour long funeral, just like Whitney Houston's. Um, they streamed it on YouTube because of the COVID. But if you look at the funeral, you'd be like, "Damn, COVID! Everybody in the room has masks, but the funeral was jam packed. Oh my gosh!" But the way they had his, because he was a big dude. If you go on my Instagram, like he was a big dude. Um, it's the second post after the Thanksgiving post. Um, and they have him up in the casket up front, and he was just laid out real nice. He looked so peaceful, and you know what? I don't feel sad looking at his funeral. Well, I do feel bad for his wife because his wife. He could tell who his wife was because she was in all white. She was in a sparkly, excuse me, glittery outfit. It didn't look over the top, but it looked just enough, to send your husband away.
Yeah.
And oh, oh, that was just a beautiful funeral. It really, I just really felt at peace with it. And I just really feel bad for these families who are losing people. Of course, it's been a hard year, 2020, but to
Yeah.
lose somebody, the nursing home that I work at yesterday, somebody just passed away right after breakfast before I got there. So, um,
Oh, this is the video.
yes,
Did you play this?
yeah, because that's what he used to do. That's what he's known for. He has a unique voice and he used to hit those notes. And girl, I found footage of him back in the 70s when he was young and looking good because he was a big dude back then. But he
Mm,
always just, exalted the name of Jesus, and he always lived that life. I'm not saying, he was a perfect person. I'm pretty sure he wasn't, but from what I hear from the people around him, and I don't think it's just because of his funeral and he's not here anymore that they're going to uplift him. They're saying it because it's true. So
yeah.
I really felt bad for his wife, spending Thanksgiving with, her first Thanksgiving in how many years? Without her husband, and Christmas and New Year's comes around, and now Bobby Brown has lost a second child.
Yeah.
First, your ex-wife. No, wait. First, well, if
Mm,
you look at the Bobby Brown movie, he's lost a lot of people. Started with his friend when he was young, his sister's boyfriend that got shot like right beside him. Um,
mm.
his mom passed away. Whitney's gone. Bobby Christina's gone. Now his son. Damn.
Yeah, stuff like
So
that is scary. But it's like, oh, you want to get into all the conspiracy theories behind it?
yeah, let's do that because
Okay.
oh, well, I forgot to mention Nick Gordon, but he didn't fuck with Nick Gordon like that. I really do feel like Nick Gordon was the fall guy for Bobby Christina's death. Because I don't think Nick Gordon had the capacity to plan a murder. Like, come the fuck on. And he wasn't gonna get any money out of it. So what was the point of
Okay.
him killing her? But anyway, yeah.
So
Did you
here
have
is the thing. Honestly, I'm gonna say this, and
yeah,
this is something that has to be addressed because a lot of people like to put the blame on others, but when it comes down to their lifestyle, the issue is drugs. Drugs is what's killing them because if they were not doing those drugs, they would not have died.
yeah,
Well, wait, Bobby Brown Jr., we're going to exclude him because there's no confirmation that he died of drugs.
yeah.
So I'm talking
Not
about
yet.
Whitney Houston. Yeah, not yet. They're saying they think it may have been C19. We ain't gonna say the full name, but everybody know what that is. But we're not saying for sure. But they did say that he was coughing and sounding away to where they think that maybe he has some type of respiratory issue. So that's why they're assuming that. But we
Yeah,
don't know. So we're not gonna put the drugs on him. However, when you think about it, is that everybody likes to blame. Like even when Whitney Houston died, people were trying to blame Bobby Brown, saying, "Oh, he turned her out and put her on all these drugs." When the truth was revealed that she actually put him onto drugs. And it's interesting because they also, in one of the videos that you sent me, there was an interview with Whitney Houston, and she says, "Oh, what drugs do you take? Crack?" And Whitney Houston is like, "Oh, you will never see me smoking crack, because crack is cheap and crack is whack."
Yeah, the
That's
Diane
that.
Sawyer
That's
interview.
straight out of Whitney Houston's mouth. So
Yeah, that
then,
was the Diane Sawyer
so
interview.
Diane goes on to say, "So what do you use? Weed, cocaine, pills?" And then Whitney's response was, "All of that." She goes, "So what's your biggest devil?" And Whitney Houston's response was, "Me. I'm the biggest devil because I choose." She's well aware that she could say no. She could have said no. Even if Bobby put her on, she could have said no. But based off of the fact that she says she's the devil and she knows she's choosing, and people, and it's being announced, well, it came out in a documentary that she supposedly put Bobby onto the drugs. It's like, I could believe it. She wanted to do what she wanted to do to make her feel good. And Bobby could have said no, but he didn't. And even with Bobby Christina, when she passed, she was doing drugs, and that's why that ended up happening to her. Because if she wasn't strung out on drugs, that would not have been her death. You understand? It's the drugs, and they
Mhm.
choose this lifestyle, and it's
Mhm.
unfortunate. And it's like, it may seem away, but they all come from the same family or the same circle of people who hung around each other. So birds of a feather flock together. I'm not surprised that they all having similar deaths.
I know that she and Bobby Christina, you know what? Because Lovely T mentioned it. Bobby Christina, she had an overdose, almost an overdose episode the day before Whitney passed away. And I know that, they were, susceptible to the drugs. They were victim of it. But I feel like with the industry that they're in, it's so damn demonic that they use that to lure them to their death. You don't think so?
Honestly, I could say that it's possible. Like, I'm not in that life to say, yes, that's for sure what they doing out there. I don't know, but based off of what okay, here was one of the weird things that they pointed out, and I don't like the fact that they had to reference Beyonce, because Beyonce, I don't know why I was gonna say Beyonce, but she's part of the Virgo Nation. That's one of my favorite like R&B artists. But they tried to
Hmm.
say that and I had to look this up to make sure it was true, but when Whitney Houston died, it was the night before the Grammys. They said
No,
that
it was the night of.
I thought it was the night before the Grammys.
Hey Google. Oh wait, I can't do the Hey Google on here. Let me go back on.
I looked it up. I think it was the night before the Grammys, and people were surprised that they went on with. I'm confused because in one of the interviews that you sent me, they did say that Beyonce, while her dead body was upstairs or something, Beyonce came out and did a performance, and in the performance, it was like, do you know what I'm
No,
talking about? Wasn't it?
That was Nicki Minaj.
Oh, they said it was Nicki. Why
Did
did I think it was Beyonce?
did Whitney Houston die on the night of the Grammys?
Here's a summary from CNBC.com. She was 48. Houston was pronounced dead Saturday afternoon in her room on the fourth floor of the Beverly Hilton, Beverly Hills Police Lieutenant. Houston's death came on the night before music's biggest showcase, the Grammys.
Oh, it was the night before. Okay.
Yeah, they said it was the night before. And then what was weird was that they said that they supposedly left the body to prevent paparazzi from getting to the body. To me, why the hell is paparazzi going to get a I don't I'm sorry. You
If
can't
that
pay
was the
me
case, if that was the case, they should have cleared the streets, give the family some privacy, cleared the street, and then
exactly.
wheeled her out of a back private area of the hotel. Why leave her body up there if it wasn't there was a party downstairs that Clive Davis, the man who discovered her, was throwing downstairs in the same fucking hotel, was throwing, unless there was some type of ritualistic bullshit going on.
And it's crazy because somebody else said Jennifer Hudson had something to do with the party that they threw for Whitney Houston. But I heard about Jennifer Hudson's name being mixed up in some witchcraft before too. Well,
Yeah,
not
because
witchcraft,
her whole family
some
was murdered.
Illuminati stuff. Oh
Her
yes,
whole
yeah, some Illuminati stuff they were saying.
Yeah, her
Honestly,
whole family was sacrificed. Now that was a sacrifice.
that was the crazy part because when I was doing my research and I saw they said the party was thrown by Jennifer Hudson. So when I'm hearing all of these accusations and I'm thinking about something that I heard years ago, now it's coming up again, and then Jennifer Hudson's name is tied to it. I'm like, if that world is real where they actually do all these, I want to stay out of it. That's all I'm gonna say because
The
it's
party
so
was
weird to
thrown.
me.
The party was thrown by Clive Davis, who was over Jennifer Hudson's career also.
That's interesting. Is that Clyde Davis? Is that the same person that Jaguar be talking about?
Yes.
That is
Yes.
crazy. Like, nah, now this is blowing my mind. Okay, okay, okay. I don't know.
And a lot of people thought that Jaguar was talking out of her ass, but um Clive Davis is an evil motherfucker.
So they say. I just think that it's so crazy that everything is just tying in together. Like it's crazy to me.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Because I'm not sure, like, what is there is the gain with Bobby Brown Jr. dying, but who put, Patrick on Facebook. I'm not sure if you're friends with Patrick,
No. I would
but
know if I knew a Patrick because my last name is Patrick.
he went to school with us. His last name starts
Oh,
with a B, but anyway, um I posted something about Bobby Brown Jr. and Patrick, he commented up under it and he was like, "Yeah, don't you know that Bobby Brown, when they did some type of documentary, it was something with cameras going into Bobby and Whitney's house, that Bobby Brown had drew a bunch of Illuminati demonic symbols on a wall, like doing some type of spell, and he somehow cursed." I'm like, "What? Where did you find this at?" And I was looking for it, and I was like, "I don't even know where this came from."
who said
But
that now? How does he know? Like, what was his sources?
exactly, because I was looking it up, I was like, Bobby Brown, Bobby Brown. I didn't even know how to look for it online or on YouTube.
Honestly, that's not. I haven't heard of that one, but that's
Bob,
interesting.
because I was like Bobby Brown, let's say ritual.
A Bobby Brown ritual.
Another ritual sacrifice from the past catching up. Well, anyway, what
But
he was
here's the
leading
thing,
to,
though.
what,
I
what he was,
honestly,
what he was
hmm?
leading to was, Bobby Brown. Do you think Bobby Brown is cursed
Honestly,
and
I
stuff
don't think
like
he's
that?
cursed. I just think you have to think about it. You have to think about it. Their family is all strung out on drugs. What do you think is going to happen? You know, it's interesting because when I was at the airport, I met this lady. Like, I had missed my flight. She was in front of me. She missed her flight. It was American Airlines, and I'm mad because I got American Airlines stock. But she basically was like telling me how she had this guy that she was dating, and it was sad because he died. But she was like, it was a situation where she used to always tell him, like, I want to go out. I want to go out. I want you to take me somewhere because they would always chill in the house. So he was like, all right. He had made reservations for them to go out and do stuff. And the night before he died, but he died of a drug overdose. So what I was thinking, me, my Virgo thinking stuff. I'm like, do you really think it's a drug overdose, or do you think that it's just bad drugs and that's what's killing them? Because I'm like, if you take drugs, you know how much drugs is enough, right? She was like, no, because sometimes people take so much drugs to the point where they don't feel it working as effectively, so they take more, and then they take more, and they realize that even though they're not feeling the effects, it's still too much for their body. Because a lot of them end up having heart attacks. I think they
I
said that's
have
what happened with Bobby. With Bobby Christina. They said she had a heart attack, but cocaine does that. Like cocaine fucks up your heart. It gives you a bad heart.
but for her to die the same way that her mother did.
The thing about it is that she was probably doing the same thing that her mother did to deal with her pain, is take drugs and probably go take a bath after. Whatever they had to do to feel comfortable in life, that's how they was coping with their shit. I'm sure
But
them going in the bath wasn't unusual. I can
that's
understand if. Hmm.
That's too much of a coincidence. But I do have another video source talking about, the death of, the baby, Bobby Brown Jr. Because let's get to
Singer
this.
Bobby Brown faced another devastating blow as his 28-year-old son, Bobby Brown Jr., was found dead in his home on November 18th, 2020, the Los Angeles Times reported. Brown Jr. was the son of Bobby Brown and Kim Ward. According to the outlet, officers responded to a medical emergency when they found Brown Jr.'s body around 1:50 p.m. at his home in Encino, California. Brown Jr. was pronounced dead at the scene, and police believe foul play was not a factor. Brown Jr.'s death is the latest in a string of personal tragedies for Brown. In 2012, his ex-wife Whitney Houston was found dead after drowning in a Beverly Hills hotel room bathtub. Houston's death was ruled accidental, and heart disease and cocaine were contributing factors.
Heart
According to
disease
CNN,
and
less than
cocaine.
3 years later, their daughter, Bobby Christina Brown, was found face down in a bathtub at her suburban Atlanta home on January 31st, 2015. She was in a coma for 6 months before dying in hospice care at age 22. A lawyer for Bobby Brown released a statement to Page Six, stating, Bobby Brown Jr. was not feeling well a couple days before his death, with flu-like symptoms. This is a tragic loss, and we will be letting the authorities conduct their investigation of his death. As of this writing, a cause of death has not been released regarding the passing of Bobby Brown Jr. However, one of his friends, rapper Mikey Polo, shared some insight into what may have led to his death. In an interview with The Sun, Polo shared, Bobby was one of my close friends. It's a huge shock to me. I was only just with him. Polo claims that Brown Jr. didn't use drugs, saying, he had a lot to live for, and if he had a drug problem, trust me, we would have stopped it. I know people are going to say, oh, he's Bobby Brown's son. He must have taken too much coke or too much whatever. I don't want anybody looking at him like a druggie who overdosed. Polo theorizes that, quote, it was probably too much partying or something like that, although it's important to note that this is pure speculation. Polo is also debunking any rumors that Brown Jr. might have been depressed, telling The Sun, Bobby was very happy. Any depressive thoughts came from the pressure of the industry. You know, his father was Bobby Brown, but he was not a depressive person. Speculation aside, it's clear Brown Jr.'s loved ones are hurting. Bobby Brown released a statement to the press saying, according to Page Six, please keep my family in your prayers at this time. Losing my son at this point in our lives has devastated my family. There are no words to explain the pain.
Mm. It's just sad all around. But if he wasn't on drugs, like, what's
Yep.
the explanation for that?
That's the thing. Honestly, they're saying that they're gonna have to do an autopsy and do a thorough investigation to figure out what exactly happened to him because right now they don't know.
Well, that's probably what's holding up the funeral. They're probably still, testing his body for, everything up under the sun because that's just horrible.
It is, it's sad, but like I said, it's like with his son, I can't, like I said, I can't sit here and say, oh, it has anything to do with drugs at all because there's no proof on that. But I wish that people start addressing that within the industry, right? Because like a lot of people are saying like they try to blame it on the industry, and I'm like, people choose all the time because you have gospel singers that make it, and I'm sure, well, sure, I can't even say I'm sure they don't be doing what everybody else be doing. But you would think that you could make it without being attached to all these evil spirits in this quote unquote Illuminati. The only thing that I don't like is that there's no solid people. There's nobody that's literally coming out and saying, yes, there's a such thing as an Illuminati. I was a part of that. I did this. I did that. It's just a whole bunch of accusations based off of the stuff that we find and we see. But everything is not always what it seems. I'm like, I'm not going to say whether or not it's real or not, but I do feel like if their curse is a generational curse because they have the same bad habits, which is drug use. However, Bobby Brown's son, even if, say, for example, if Bobby Brown's son didn't die of drug use, with the like, he still would have been affected by it. You know why? Because his dad was on drugs. You understand? All of that runs deep in the DNA. But at the end of the day, as far as what causes death right now, we don't know. But people don't think about stuff like that. But if you like, people be on drugs and then they have kids and they don't even know that you're shortening your child's lifespan because your sperm wasn't healthy or your eggs wasn't healthy. You know?
Yeah, are you saying that because he's Bobby Brown's son, he'll have the urge to do drugs?
I'm not saying he would have the urge to do drugs. I would just say that his DNA would be impacted by it. You understand?
And yeah, because I do know that addiction is hereditary. So,
But here's the thing though, even for example with my dad, I didn't grow up with my dad. Like my mom and dad separated at 6 when I was 6 years old. But my dad knows where his chakras are. My dad like he actually buys crystals. Like my mom is not a crystal person, but it's like all of this stuff. Like I can have conversations with my dad about stuff that Mom, I didn't learn from my mom. I learned on my own, but my dad has the knowledge behind it. But my mom, I'll be like, Mom, you know what this is? She's like, no, what's that? But my dad knows exactly what it is. And I'm like, it's crazy because my mind is more like my dad's mind than my mom's. And my dad didn't even raise me. You understand?
yeah.
So that's why I said, like, I feel like we don't know what happened to him, but I do know that your
Mhm.
DNA, it runs deep. It runs deep.
Are you
So
doing the
that's,
cards?
yeah, I'm gonna do affirmation card. So we could come up off of here. So we exactly like right at an hour. I don't know why three cards wanted to oh. Okay, number 11. I am focused. I am focused on achieving my goals through deliberate actions. I take time to feel how it would feel to achieve my dreams. I visualize my desires through a lens of love and happiness. I am focused. So
Okay.
we gotta stay focused and manifest your dreams. We have an eclipse and a new moon coming up. You know about that?
Let's look at the moon schedule real quick.
Yeah, we have an eclipse. I think the full moon is the 29th. Yeah, the eclipse and full moon is the 29th.
Shit.
And did you find it?
Still loading. Okay, so 27th. No, no, no. Tomorrow is a full moon going the 28th going into the 29th, and then the 30th will be an actual full moon.
Okay, wait. So tomorrow's what?
It doesn't say full, but it looks full from the picture. I guess when the moon rotates, like the 27th is a little bit of a crescent. So the 28th and the 29th, yeah, it's still rotating. And then on the 30th, the 29th, going into the 30th, it'll be an all the way full moon.
Hold
Waxing.
on, pause. I'm I'm on, Google. Like I'm looking up the lunar eclipse. It does say it's on the 30th of
Mm-hmm.
November, so that's Monday. But
So that's
it
the
was a
eclipse, not a full
question that,
moon. It
huh?
says full.
Well, it says eclipse too. But this is the thing. It says, can a pregnant woman sleep during lunar eclipse? And I wanted to see the answer. It says a pregnant woman should not do any work and rest during the eclipse hours. Do not drink or eat anything during the eclipse. Huh? You ever heard of that?
No, I
I'm
ain't
not
never heard
pregnant or
of
nothing, but I never heard of that. Well, if you know anybody that's pregnant, tell them that. Because I never knew that.
No, I ain't never heard of no shit like that.
But you know that the moon, I know for sure the moon definitely impacts gravity because if you go to the beach, the tides, you'll base off of whether or not it's a full moon. So I know the moon is very powerful in ways that we don't even understand, but I never heard of that one.
Okay, so it's going through moon phases before it hits an actual full moon. That's what it.
Oh, but the
Um,
full moon will be the 30th, or what is it saying? Because I still
the
wasn't clear
30th,
on that.
the
Okay.
29th until the 30th.
Okay, so make sure y'all light y'all candles, y'all manifest.
Yes, yes,
Y'all
yes,
get
yes.
y'all manifestation going on. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Peaches and Dream tonight.
All right, y'all. Be blessed. Stay black. Don't spend too much money this weekend because it's still, Black Friday sales.
And
Even
then
though
it's
I just
Cyber Monday too. Okay, okay, Cyber
as Cyber
Monday.
Monday, yeah. Even though I just bought a whole fucking TV tonight. Um, yeah, I did that. So y'all be blessed, stay black, and fuck the police. I'll see
Good
y'all
night,
next week.
guys.
Deuces.